throughout this event, but you can lose control of that race by getting these restarts wrong. Having that pusher in that second row stay committed to you down into turn one will be important. Don't get taken 3 wide by somebody who's antsy back there in row 2, 3, or 4.
And then execute better than I did by skipping it. Execution, the second one right there. And that's really the key, right? We talk about fuel mileage and strategy. Dale, you talk about the restarts. All of that's great, but it doesn't take but one little trip up and you get behind. And there, even though it's a 400-mile race, we're looking at maybe 4 pit stops for the winner. There's not a lot of time to recover.
The devil is in the detail.
Oh, I know.
Put a mark by his name. Let's go back downstairs and hear from our pit reporters one more time. What do you have for us, Trevor?
Yeah, guys, I'm getting my eyes fixed on these Legacy Motor Club Toyotas of John Hunter Nemechek and Eric Jones. We see them both qualifying inside the top 10 here at Pocono, which is kind of a big jump for them when you look at their past results at this place. I watched this organization over the last couple of years and have been fortunate to be a small part of it, and they talk so much about culture building. Culture building doesn't show up overnight. The results don't come, but the last couple of weeks they put the competition on notice, showing that their Toyotas are getting quicker too. Kim?
Well, Trevor, Chase Elliott has the best average finish at Pocono in the next-gen car of any driver in the field, so they're hoping for a big day. But it's going to be an uphill battle after qualifying 23rd, but the number 9 team, very optimistic about the race car they have this weekend. Crew Chief Alan Gustafson said the car is better than it qualified. We have no doubt about that. So I asked him what's going to be key for the early part of this race starting deeper in the field. And he told me we've got to race our way into at least the top 15th position to be able to open up our strategy options and take advantage of that speed, Marty.
Kim Chase Briscoe's the defending winner here at Pocono, and you heard him say on NASCAR Live, the pressure here last year was to prove that I belong behind the wheel of a Joe Gibbs racing car. He told me earlier this week the pressure is similar this weekend, but the goal is different. We feel like we should be a championship contending team. In order to do that, we're 100 points outside the top 5. We need to be in that top 5 by the end of the regular season. That only comes with wins, and this might be one of our best chances to do it today.
Come on. Let's go get some green started for Minions and Monsters. This has got 11. I'm ready. Lexi's coming too. Here comes 11 of Minions Monsters.
Here we go. Ready. Restart zone. Green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing next.
Pocono Tricky Triangle!
Big move by Reddick around the top. He's going to grab a few rows. Get on the outside of 12-car Blaney.
Stays out of the outside wall down the back straightaway. He must have picked up 4 or 5 spots right there, just taking that 3rd groove around the top. Trying to get more here. Going 3 wide into the tunnel turn around the outside of Byron.
Yeah, I don't think Byron knew he was there. We'll see if they get it cleaned out. Reddick will choose the lift, get back in line. Up front, we have the 7th.
The Minions and Monsters car gets a great start. The 11 gets the good start for Minions and Monsters. Oh yeah, the Minions and Monsters car, NASCAR gets a great start.
Place right here, the Torres. Torres using the momentum around the top. He's still side by side right here down into turn 1 and 2.
Briscoe out of line. Racing his teammate Ty Gibbs, 19 and 54, racing for 4th.
We saw yesterday in the O'Reilly race a turn 1 accident. You see the difference between a Saturday and a Sunday. So much experience that everyone tiptoed. Maybe not Reddick, who was 3 wide around the top, but the rest of the field kind of organizing it. As I said, we had that blue car jump out line. I think it was Blaney.
Battle for second still raging, guys. Pretty interesting to see Denny on the inside here fighting for this. Down into turn 3 again. Torres on the top of the racetrack. A little bit of resin in this second groove. Still there from years ago. They applied that resin several years ago. Still giving a little bit of grip to that outside line. That's why Suarez is able to stay up there. He's going to finally possibly make the pass up, and he's going to try to side grab some more.
This place will tease you, right? Just when you think someone's got it, the rally comes from the other lane. Briscoe does get by Gibbs, and now Hamlin up to 2nd.
Oh, man. Suarez right across the nose of the 19. Briscoe has to get up the racetrack to find some grip.
Where's Blaney?
Then he didn't want to give that spot up. Really interesting to see him continue to side grab, continue to fight, take his time, take a measured approach to be able to take that second spot.
Blaney!
Be interesting to see if
Blaney.
Look back behind.
He's on in 11th. Cool.
Redding went from 16th to 10th. You guys talked about his advancement on the opening lap, but now going to lose that final spot in the top 10 maybe. Ryan Blaney there in the 12. 3 wide off the turn 3, getting after it early here.
I like the 41's decision. I don't like the second lane, but the third lane definitely can give you a big trouble on exit. He got in line, and because of that, he's actually going to go back on the offense. You see him now in line, moving forward as we see now the 54 and the 19 side by side for fourth. I love what Briscoe did right there. He just rolled the middle and really committed to the gas. See if the momentum's enough. It is. This whole track, we talk about 3 distinct corners as we ride on board with Gibbs on the Monster Energy as we head into the tunnel. This is what I talked about, that kind of very narrow entry, picks up the gas, but it's kind of like corner, momentum down the straightaway. Corner, momentum down the straightaway. It's all about when you get offline, can you recover or are you going to lose positions?
Monster Energy onboard camera.
Here you get tight right there, guys. Watch the 19 drive away, just a little bit tight to the center of the corner there. That turn 3 is the most important corner because it leads onto this long straightaway. If you get off that corner poorly, you could be, in a bad spot here with cars catching you down this straightaway into turn 1.
Something else to watch, Steve. We saw this yesterday in the O'Reilly race. I saw a lot of debris floating around on the front straightaway. You get that on the grill, I mean, what does that do to challenge you?
So the Cup car is not as sensitive as the O'Reilly cars. Their grill openings are actually basically wide open. It'll go up in there, and as we ride on board with Cindric on the Ford camera. So these cars, surprisingly enough, the debris shouldn't overheat. Now, it can get in a position where it starts the engine for a little air and start to burn power. But unfortunately, we kind of never know because it's underneath the hood, kind of out of sight. Trying to get a little organized here. I believe that's 16 of KJ Allmendinger out of line.
And the 41 of Cole Custer trying to fight for another spot here. 16 might be able to get there. Clearing right there off the turn 3. Christopher Bell right behind these two, trying to carry momentum down the straightaway, maybe trying to put pass together on Cole Custer here on the entrance to turn 1.
Out of line, top of your screen, that cast rolled forward up a bunch of spots as Bell pulls out of line. Brad doing a nice job up 8 spots.
Yeah, nice to be +8 coming from the back. Brad told us on NASCAR Live this has been a good track for us.